about why some people choose to be single? Well, today, we're going to unpack exactly that.
And this is the big question. It always frames being single as some kind of problem that needs fixing. But we're about to take that idea apart, piece by piece.
All right, so first, let's just lay out the common stereotype. This is the story we all kind of know from movies, from TV shows, from just about everywhere. It really shapes how we see people who aren't in a relationship.
And here's the #1 assumption. If you're single, you must be running away from love. That you're just avoiding connection. Maybe because you've been hurt before, or you're just scared. But what if that's not even close to the real story?
This is where psychology flips the script entirely. It offers a totally different perspective, suggesting that for a lot of people, being single isn't about avoiding something at all. It's actually an active, very conscious choice.
Okay, check this out. This is the huge shift in thinking. The myth says being single means something's missing, right? That there's a void. But the reality, from a psychological standpoint, is that it can be an act of protection, an intentional act of self-preservation.
So what are they protecting? It's not love they're pushing away. They're protecting their clarity, their own mental space, their emotional well-being. It's about building a fortress around their inner peace to keep out the chaos of a bad match.
So let's dive into the why behind it all. What are the actual motivations that lead someone to choose being on their own over just settling for a relationship that isn't right?
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Think about our world today. Getting attention? That's easy. A few clicks, a few posts, you got it. But real, genuine peace of mind, that is so much harder to find. And for many, that's the real prize.
Which brings us to this key idea, emotional stability. Now, this isn't about being cold or emotionless, not at all. It's about making a deliberate, active choice to put your own inner peace ahead of all the drama and emotional noise that the wrong person can bring into your life.
And this is the risk assessment happening in their heads. Being alone is comfortable. It's a known quantity. But the cost of a bad relationship, the drama, the anxiety, losing who you are, that cost can be absolutely massive. So when you do the math, being alone is just the smarter, safer bet.
And let's break down those risks. A bad relationship is more than just a bummer. It can completely distract you from your goals, your passions. And when you're attached to someone but you're not aligned on the big stuff, it literally starts to eat away at who you are. The ultimate risk? You can completely lose yourself in the process.
You know, people don't just wake up one day with this mindset. It's a journey. It often starts with a really painful experience, like losing yourself in a past relationship. That pain forces you to become way more self-aware. And with that awareness, your priorities shift. Emotional stability becomes #1. So the final step is natural. You choose to be selective instead of just rushing to fill the silence.
And this is so crucial. It's so easy for others to look in and say, oh, they're just afraid of commitment. But that totally misses the point. It's not about being scared of commitment. It's about being incredibly selective about who you commit to. It's about wisdom, not fear.
So when you start putting all these pieces together, this whole new picture of being single starts to form. It stops looking like a weakness or a problem and starts looking a lot more like a sign of incredible strength.
So maybe, when you see someone who's single, your first thought shouldn't be that they're lacking love.
But that what you might actually be seeing is a profound display of emotional intelligence.
And in this context, emotional intelligence is simply this. It's having the self-awareness to know what you need and the strength to wait for a connection that actually fits who you are, instead of just grabbing the first person who comes along to avoid being alone. Honestly, it's the ultimate sign of knowing your own worth.
Which brings the whole question back to you. It's not just about the label, it's about the why. So if you're single, what's the story you tell yourself? Is it a story about what's missing? Or is it a story about a powerful, intentional choice? Definitely something to think about.